Hello, it's Gabby here for you. Before we jump onto this week's podcast, I just want to let you know about 2 ways that you can work with me. First of all, I do one-to-one coaching and I do that via Zoom, so we can jump on a Zoom call at a time to suit you. The second thing I've got for you is an online coaching course that's 12 modules that you can download straight away now. There will be a link somewhere around these podcast notes. And this is the course that I've designed, and it's got everything in it that I wish I'd have known when I finished cancer treatment and I was lost. So you can download that course now and you can start working towards making this your happiest and healthiest year ever. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hello, lovely. It's Gabby here from Confidence After Cancer. And today's episode is a little bit different, and I'm going to share something very personal, an experience that I've just been through. I have just come back from my holiday, my annual holiday to Cyprus Rocks. I've had a wonderful 2 weeks with friends and family, experiencing sun, sea, and live rock music on a beach. And I've also realised something really powerful, that joy is not just a luxury to be had once a year. It is part of healing. And for me, and so many people that I know, and so many people that listen to this podcast, we are on a healing journey. And I want to talk to you about self-care and sunshine, and why joy is part of healing, no matter where you are or what you're experiencing. And I want to talk really about the power of a reset, because that's what I've really done while I've been away. And I really said to somebody, in my relationship with my husband, I said to a friend, we kind of found each other again on this holiday. Life gets busy and we forget sometimes that connection. So the power of the reset is so powerful. I want to talk also about community and connection, because I've really experienced that as well, and how important it is for all of us. We're not meant to be solitary creatures. And I think in lockdown, in the pandemic, a lot of us lost that sense of community and connection. Found it again in different ways, but really I've been so close to a lot of people the last 2 weeks, and I'm still feeling warm and fuzzy from that. And I'm going to talk about why that is so good for you and how that helps your healing. And then I'm going to talk about your own reset. No matter where you are, you don't need to get on a plane to have your own reset. And I'm going to talk about how I'm carrying this forward into my life for my own personal use, my own continuation of my healing journey, and also how I'm helping my coaching clients with that as well. So first of all, the power of the reset, and it is such a powerful thing to do. I have been very blessed. The last 2 weeks, I've been dancing barefoot on the sand. I've been laughing so much, laughing and connecting with friends. That absolute feeling of freedom. We all get caught up in our day-to-day routines, no matter what that is. If you've got responsibilities at home, with a family, with a job, whatever it is. So that feeling of just leaving everything aside just for 2 weeks, not that I want to get away from my life, but just to have that break, to have the reset, it is so good for you. Because joy, being in that moment, it really activates your parasympathetic nervous system. It reduces stress hormones, and that improves recovery. And that's what all of us want. We're all the time going through stuff we don't even know about. Your body is very clever at keeping you safe most of the time. You don't even become aware of the processes that are going on in your body. But I think we are fighting off infections or viruses all the time. And if your body's in a good place, you can cope with most things. But stress sometimes suppresses our immune system. We know that. The science tells us that. And so if we can reduce our stress, we have a much better chance of recovery, no matter what we're facing. I also just want to touch on the fact that many women feel guilty for taking time off. And I used to be like this. But you need to understand that your body needs that rest. It's essential, just as much as any treatment that you might be going through. I also want to talk about the power of community and connection. We're very blessed. We've been going to the Cyprus Rocks Festival now since 2017. People of all ages, and we're united by a common love of music. Even though, some of us might like different bands, we might like different types of music. There are literally all ages, all shapes and sizes. Nobody judges anybody. And it's great that we've got a common thing that joins us together. We're very blessed. We listen to some amazing musicians out in beautiful sunny Cyprus. But that sense of belonging, that really mirrors what so many cancer survivors miss after treatment ends. The end of cancer treatment for me was a very lonely time. I didn't feel connected to anybody. And so that is really, really important for me. And I believe, and I know from science again, that healing happens faster when we feel seen, supported, and surrounded by positivity. We really made an effort now to focus more on the people that enrich our lives, people that add to our lives, people that are positive, people that we can have a good laugh with, that we can share music with. It's such a blessing. And we can all choose that. I do hear people saying about social media, what a mixed blessing it is. And I heard somebody say, oh, it's all adverts and it's all negativity and it's all people bitching about each other. I honestly don't see that anymore because I'm very conscious of who I follow. I make an effort to connect and follow positive people, like-minded people. I'm not living in a bubble. I am choosing my input into my life because I know those negative vibes can bring me down, really affects me, and I choose not to do that anymore. And so also I want to talk about how can you have your own reset. You don't need to have a plane ticket. A reset for you for getting away from that stress and resetting your system. It could be simple as going for a walk in nature in your local park, local area. If you're lucky enough to be able to get a weekend away, that's one of my favourite things to do. Again, it's just a change of scenery, a change of routine, leaving all your responsibilities just to one side for a little while, or even just creating for yourself a playlist of music that lifts your mood. I've been surrounded by music for the last 2 weeks, and I'm really conscious of this as well. The emotions that go with listening to a song that uplifts you, that inspires you. Sometimes songs make you sad. That's okay for a little while, but I do want to be uplifted. I want to get in the mood sometimes to move my body. All those things can come from music. So you can do that by creating a playlist that lifts your spirit. So I'd like you to ask yourself, what fills me up? Because all of these things are so very personal to you. I can tell you what works for me. I'm not saying that works for everybody, but think about what fills you up. What gives you back your energy? When do you feel rejuvenated? Now, sometimes if you're in a low place, that can be hard to think about. And I'm hoping by listening to my podcast or other podcasts, you'll get inspired to think about the things that fill you up and give you back your energy. And I'd like you to think about scheduling those things in, not as rewards, not as a once a year event, but as necessities, as an essential part of your healing. And so in my Powerfully You coaching program, this is exactly what we work on. Rebuilding your confidence, your energy, and your identity so that joy becomes an integral part of your life again. And if love support to find your version of that Cyprus reset, please visit my website or message me. There will be a link somewhere around these show notes where you can get in touch with me. And so lovely, I want you to remember you don't have to earn rest or joy. You deserve both. I'd like you to remind you to stay safe and stay sane. I'm always here for you. I am your friend. Take care.